Hey everyone, this is Aaron with AoP Tech, and with the end of the semester comes, of course, the report card conference season is now upon us, and so I wanted to take you through one of my favorite tools, Sign Up Genius, to show you how I use Sign Up Genius to create appointment slots for my parents to select for parent-teacher conferences. So certainly if you need to create an account, you can go ahead to signupgenius.com and click the Create an Account button. Otherwise, go ahead and log in, and you'll be brought to the signups page. Now certainly you can see I have some previously before that I've used. For us, we're going to go ahead and start by clicking on the Create a Sign Up button in the top right hand corner of our screen. From here, we're going to go ahead and fill in our data, our information for the sign up. So the title, this is select group. Here I would recommend titling this the year of your class. So 20, underneath category, general, and then education. Under theme design, they have a number of different designs available. You can click and see the different drop downs. You'll also notice that they have both free and paid versions. We're going to do just the free ones today. And as you go through, you can click through and actually see an example of what your survey would look like. I'm going to go ahead and just start with this kind of generic one just for us today. And then I'm going to scroll down and click the Save and Continue button at the bottom of the page. Now from here, I can choose the format of my time slots. Generally, they recommend either the sort by date or the sort by slot option. You can click on where it says See Examples. I prefer the sort by date option, especially if I have conferences that are maybe over, a period of 2 or 3 days of different times. I'm going to go ahead and click the sort by date, and then I'm going to click on the Add Dates option. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to where it says Add Time Slots. If you have this over multiple days, you can do this several times. So I can do this for one particular day. So let's say we're having conferences on Tuesday the 3rd, and it's just that day. I can just include one day. And the time, let's say on Tuesday, we're doing it just from, say, 2 to 4 p.m. And then on Wednesday, maybe we're doing it at a different time. So you could create this twice. So I'll walk you through what that looks like. I can go ahead and create those time slots. I can also, in that same Add Dates option, let's say I'm going to click on Add Time Slots again. Let's say we're having our conferences are actually going the rest of that week. They're going from the 4th all the way to the 6th. But they're only going to be at certain times. What I can do is I'll create all the time windows, and then I can actually go in and remove. So let's say, again, this is going from, let's say, 8 a.m., 3 p.m., let's say. But I know that there's going to be some windows in there that I'm not going to be able to make. So what I can do is I'll go ahead and I'll create them, and then I can come back in here. Let's say I know that Wednesday I teach a class from 11 to noon, or maybe that's when I'm taking lunch. I'll go in here and I can just delete those particular 11:15 to 11:30, 11:30 to 11:45, and then I can go in and delete the final one to free up any time. So you can do them individually by each individual day. You could do them across a week and then go in there and delete and modify as you need. I also really recommend, let's say you are doing a 2 to 3, let's say a 2 to 4 window. I usually will eliminate the last one for each hour, so for the 2:45 to 3. And really the reason I do that is so I can attend to any personal needs, whether it's a hydration or restroom. Certainly also that gives me a little flexibility in terms of if conferences do tend to run over, you get that chatty parent. It gives you some buffer in your schedule. So don't try to book yourself solidly because you will end up running behind. Make sure you build in some breaks within your conference window just to account for that. Now the next thing we need to do, once you have your dates and times created, I'm going to go ahead and click and add the slots button. Now for each one of these times, we're only going to have one slot because we only want one parent or student really in each time. So I go ahead and I titled my appointment slot. You can either call it like appointment slot or parent-teacher conference, something simple. We only want one slot available per time for all the dates. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And what this will do is it will load a preview, so you'll actually be able to see. And so here we have our date. We have one slot available for each date and time, which is great. You can go ahead and click the save and continue button. And that's going to bring us to our settings window. Name is required, email is required. Comment, keep in mind these comments are seen by all participants. So generally I leave this as either as optional. And then as I scroll down under general settings, allow people to swap slots with each other. Basically, this kind of takes you out. Basically, a parent would see a slot and they could actually reach out and email. The email addresses are protected. The person who's signed up for that slot, their name may be visible. But if you don't want that to occur, you can deselect that. And then parents could email you directly. I like this because I like then they can, if they want to swap out with each other, that's fine. And it takes me out of the equation. The notifications section, I love this one being checked. Send people reminders. Sometimes I will actually reduce this to 1 day because I think 2 days is too far out. And I believe everything else is left as it is. Go ahead and click save and continue. You can see again, many of these are premium features, but we're not going to use that. You will have the ability here to preview what your sign up will look like. You'll see all the time slots, the ability for parents to sign up. Once you take a look at this, everything looks good. And you will see that, obviously for some days I have more time slots than others. And you can also see what it's going to look like on a works really well on mobile devices as well. And eventually, once this loads as well, you can see what it'll look like on their side. Either way, we can go ahead and click publish. Once we do that, your form will become live. However, we still need to send the link to parents, so they provide, let me get rid of this. Here is the direct link to your form, so you could certainly send this out through your email system to your parents. You could also compose a message directly from within Sign Up Genius. I generally don't recommend that. However, you have typically set your class newsletter out, copy this link, paste it in there, send it to the parents. And if we wanted to see what that's going to look like, I can show you what the parent side will look like. So this is as I was a parent. Notice I do not need to create an account. I do not need to sign in. Let's say I wanted to take this first slot and click the slot that I would like. Click submit and sign up. And here it's going to take me, so I have an option. I have to put my name, my email address. Go ahead and click sign up. And as a teacher, I'll get a notification telling me that a parent has signed up for this. If I come back to this site, you'll notice that this slot is no longer an option. The other parents would then, if as a parent I come in and I decide I need to change this, the nice thing is there's no management on your end. That slot will automatically be made available again if I were to cancel on my side as a parent. So that is Sign Up Genius. I hope your parent-teacher conferences go well. Thank you for all the hard work you're doing. This is Aaron for AoP Tech. Have a wonderful day.